The SNP has called Boris Johnson's bluff and will push forward with a second Scottish independence vote even if the Prime Minister keeps saying no. Under a new roadmap for independence, revealed today, the SNP will tell the Prime Minister and the UK government that in.d.ref the 2nd of May need to be settled by a court case. But critics of the SNP branded the unveiling of a roadmap for independence as an act of political hubris. Scotland's Constitution Secretary Michael Russell said legislation, which is currently being put together, for a second referendum would be enacted if the SNP won a majority in May's Holyrood election. However, Mr. Russell stressed immediate work was suspended in March as a result of the need to deploy as many civil servants as possible to work on Scotland's response to the pandemic. Ahead of the SNP's National Assembly tomorrow, where the party will start to outline its independence plans, the SNP Scottish Government Minister said the party would see permission from Westminster for a Section 30 order, the powers required to hold a referendum. This is because under Schedule 5 of the Scotland Act 1998, it reserves matters of the Union of the Kingdoms of Scotland and England to the UK Parliament where the Tories have a large majority. Mr. Russell stressed a referendum must be beyond legal challenge to ensure legitimacy and acceptance at home and abroad. However, he made clear should Mr. Johnson refuse permission for the vote, then it would introduce and pass a bill for a second independence referendum so that necessary arrangements for the referendum can be made and implemented thereafter once the pandemic is over. Mr. Russell claimed the UK government could take legal action to dispute the legal basis of the referendum and seek to block the will of the Scottish people in the courts. But he stressed, such a legal challenge would be vigorously opposed by an SNP Scottish government. Speaking today, Mr. Russell said, "People in Scotland have the right to decide their future, not Boris Johnson. The pandemic is the overriding priority at present, but when that subsides, the people of Scotland must have the right to decide how best to rebuild our country. That right to choose will be central to our election campaign message. For independence is essential to give people in Scotland the opportunity to build the fairer, more prosperous country we all want to see."